श्रीमान वेंकटनाथार्य कवितार्किककेसरी वेदांताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदाकृति श्रीवासरङ्गपरकालमुनित्रयाप्तलक्ष्मात्मरक्षणयतित्वयुगागमान्तम् आचार्यभक्तिपरिपूतमनर्गशीलं गोपालदेशिकमुनिं गुरुमाश्रयामः। पराशरमुनिं वन्दे कृतपौर्वान्निकक्रियं मैत्रेयपरिपप्रच्छ प्रणिपद्याभिवाद्य च. So we have been fortunate to have this opportunity, great opportunity provided by our SSPT and HEB Hindu Endowment Board. So to share, to enjoy, to have this anubhavam, the blissful anubhavam of VishnuPuranam as beautifully narrated by sage Parasara to sage Maitreya. We have covered so far about 42 weeks. It is delivered both in English and in Tamil. English on Saturday this time and Tamil the next day, Sunday at 8 p.m. Singapore time. So please listen to either or both of them. It's very beneficial. For those who have joined late, it's all available online. We can send you the link. It is available. So we can send the previous week's versions. It's a must listen for us to get benefited and spiritually elevated. So last week we enjoyed how Akrurar was sent by Kamsa. The king Kamsa of Mathura wanted to kill Krishna and Balarama because sage Narada came to the Kamsa's palace and informed him that you have sent so many asuras to Brindavan, to the Gokulam, but one by one everybody gets killed. But you don't get the news as to who kills, how do they get killed, what happens, you don't know. But they get destroyed. So, do you know who? He mentions that it is Nanda Gopa's son, Krishna, and Balarama who are creating the havoc. And Krishna is none other than Devaki and Vasudeva's son, who has been transported to Nandagopa's and Yashoda the same night to deceive you. And of course, Yoga Maya was brought from Yashoda's place to Devaki. And Kamsa, when he wanted to kill that Yoga Maya was in the sky and she told him that the person who is going to kill you is being brought up and is growing up in Gokula. I'm not the one. She disappeared. So Kamsa is so angered and raging. So he called Akrurar. He said, I'm going to organize a Dhanur Yagam in which I'm going to invite people from the neighborhood kingdoms. And I want my nephews, Krishna and Balarama, who are about 16 years of age. Both of them need to come, invite them for the Dhanur Yagam and tell them it is a royal invite from their uncle, from their Kamsa Mama. So the Mamaji has sent a messenger, Akrurar, who is a devotee of Krishna, who is a sadhu, who is a sattvic, and he was in the wrong profession, he was in the wrong place in the Kamsa's palace. He has been meditating and contemplating on Krishna. He knew that Krishna is none other than Sriman Narayana avatar. He wanted to very badly see Krishna, but he never had an opportunity. However, he has been longing to see Krishna. And now is the opportunity. Kamsa calls him. Of all the people, he called Akrurar, sage Akrura. This is my plan. I'm going to bring through you. I'm going to bring Krishna and Balarama here and I'm going to kill them. And I will bring a mighty elephant, royal elephant, which is very ferocious. It would simply crush Krishna when he enters the palace. If not, I will have the wrestlers, Chanura, Mushtika. If not, if he escapes that, I will take care of him inside the palace. So, Kamsa is asking for trouble. He is digging his own grave. So he sent Akrurar. In the meanwhile, he had also sent an asura called Kesi Asura, who went as a huge horse, a ferocious horse. We saw last week that how Kesi was destroyed, killed by Krishna. So, we saw how Akrurar went on the chariot, driven by the charioteer. Akrurar was all the time contemplating how he would be welcomed, how he would be received, how he would enjoy Krishna's darshan, how he would be so blissfully, happily enjoying the Krishna's Tirumukam, the divine face, the divine beauty, his Kalyana Gunams, his most auspicious attributes. He was simply waiting, can't wait to see. He felt so gratified that in spite of serving a wicked man for so long, like Kamsa, he had the good fortune now to see Krishna, by which all his papams would be washed off. Even if Krishna would not shower his grace on him, he would be blessed to see Krishna, and by that itself is enough for me. Now he saw the Krishna's footprints on the sand with Shankh Chakra Mudra. So he went and touched the footprint on the sand and sprinkled on his head. He got down from the chariot, sprinkled the sand on his head just to get purified. He felt so grateful. He felt so ecstatic. And he was honored, he was welcomed by Nandagopa, the Krishna's father. Because one sadhu, one sattvic, he has come on chariot, the chariot stood in front of his palace. He got down from the chariot, so he rushed and he prostrated at his feet and welcomed him into the house, into the palace. Honored by Nanda and others, he was the Akrurar, the sage, was not satisfied. He was looking for the little boy Krishna, the teenage boy, and he was looking for that ray of lightning anywhere nearby. The blue-hued, divinely handsome lad he was looking for. He was not to be seen anywhere. Suddenly there was a huge noise on the road, and on the street there were a lot of boys shouting, and Krishna was returning after killing the Kesi Asura. He was coming behind the calves with a jumping gait. He was jumping. He was so happy, he was so energetic. And Gavam Anuplavam, and Akrurar saw Garuda flying on the top of Krishna's head, warding off removing the heat from the sun on Krishna's head. Vinatai Shiruvan Melapil Vidiyara Varuvanai, Andal says, the Garuda has spread its wings so that it becomes a flag, an umbrella for Krishna, so that he would not be scorched off by the heat from the sun. Because the Lord in the form of Gopala, the Adisheshan, cannot come and serve as an umbrella. So Garuda takes the role of providing that kaikaryam, of that service, of providing an umbrella. So he was coming in such a joyous mood along with the Gopa boys, and Akrurar was crying. He was full of tears because of the joy, Ananda Bashpam. And Krishna is none else than Narayana, who is the goal to be attained by each one of us, by those proceeding the bhakti margam without any obstacles. So Vedanta Desika mentions in Gopala Vimshati, Adaragita Charu Vamsha Nala, Makutalambi Mayura Pinchamala, Hari Neela Shila Vibanga Neela, Pratibhasantu Mama Antima Prayane. He mentions in Gopala Vimshati, that beautiful 20 verses on Gopala. He says, Adaragita Charu Vamsha Nala, on the red coral lips, the flute is there. And Adaragita Charu Vamsha Nala, Makutalampi Mayura Pinchimala. On the Kritam, there is a peacock feather. Hari Neela Shila Vipanga Neela, the dark blue-hued, beautiful, divine, red lotus-like face with the large wide open, well laid out, ruddy lined, well spread out, dark, darting eyes. Such a beautiful eyes, such a beautiful face, with a smile, slight smile on his lips. And Makutalambe Mayura Pinchamala, Hari Neela Shila Vipanga Neela, Pratibha Santu Mama Antima Prayane. This beautiful Tirumeni, the Divya Mangala Vigraham, the form, the peacock feather, the blue hued Tirumeni, the body, and the flute in his lips, that should appear in my last journey from this earth. In front of my eyes, may it appear. O Krishna, please bless me with that vision. What else can one ask for? And that's what now Akrurar is enjoying. Narada was seen behind the clouds singing the Sama Ganam, Sama Vedam, when Krishna was walking towards Nandagopa's palace. To Akrurar, Krishna was decorated with peacock feather, appeared as the Lord himself, adorned with Lakshmi, Mahalakshmi, and Kaustuba gem, the emerald gem, who can be seen only by those with a Vedic perception, Vedic seers, the Jnanis, the Rishis. But now the Gopas, Gopikas, Nanda, Yashoda, everybody is seeing him so in crystal clear, with naked eye. What a fortune, what a blissful anubhavam they must be having. What a fortune they are. How lucky are they? Akrurar is exclaiming. So he is not even found, he is not even given a limitation by Vedas to describe his glory, to describe his vaibhavam, to describe his gunas, the attributes, his beauty. However, they are able to tie him down, they are able to hug him, they are able to enjoy him to their heart content. Akrurar considered those cowherd boys who sang and danced with Krishna as Parama Yogis, because they are even better than yogis. And the cows and calves are none other than the Vedas and Upanishads, because they are able to lick him, they are able to hug him, the cows and calves. They keep their heads on his shoulder. Seeing him, thus Akrurar was simply overwhelmed with devotion and started praising him, praising Krishna. I have fallen at your feet, Krishna, tormented by the asuras, the demons of my papams, my own papams, and I am bound by sattva gunam, rajasa gunam, tamasa gunam, like the ropes tying down to me. I am caught by the 5 sense organs. Please lift me, please take me up, please have your limitless mercy on me, shower your daya on me. And I am completely drowned in the samsaric afflictions. I am surrendering to your feet. You are the only refuge for me. You are the only one who is capable of taking me out of this samsaric ocean. Otherwise, nobody can save me. Thiruvalluvar says, Piravi Peringadal Ninduvar Nindar, Iraivan Adi Sheradar. People who do not surrender to the Lord's lotus feet will not cross the ocean. Which means those who surrender will. Such a simple line, 1.5 lines. Thiruvalluvar mentions, Piravi Peringadal Ninduvar. They will cross the samsaric ocean. Nindar will not cross if they do not surrender to the lotus feet. And the Lord is hidden by the Vedas like a treasure, like a pudayan, and hence he could not be contemplated, because it's a treasure. And now that he is visible, he has become the object of the eyes that even failed to wink, failed to blink. He cannot be forgotten again by these Gopikas and Akrurar. Hence, there could be neither smarana, remembering, nor vismarana, or loss of memory. Because they cannot forget, so there will be loss of memory. There is no need to remember him because they have not forgotten. So it's a continuous remembrance and enjoyment of Krishna forever for them. This is one of the beautiful slokas of Vedanta Desika in Yadava Abhyutayam. So They say, Akrurar says, you have made Devaki as a vyajyam, as a pretext, as a lame excuse to manifest yourself in this earth for the sake of us. And she is in reality your daya, your kripa, your anukampa, your compassion. And you alone are the cause of your avataram, because you are intent and insistent to protect the world, to bless us with your vision, with your darshan. And then of course the news comes everywhere that Akrurar has come to take Krishna to Kamsa's palace. The news has spread, and of course Akrurar is praying, those who experience the joy of seeing your form, your divine form on the earth, do not want even the attainment of moksha anymore, because they already understand your leela in this world. They are completely devoid of ego. They want only to see you and see you happy, and they get pleased with seeing you pleased. They are obsessed seeing you, and they are no more I and mine. Those who are obsessed with I and mine will not be able to realize him. We should get rid of that. Even Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Janma karma cha me divyam yevam yo vetti tattvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma neitti mameti pandava. One who understands, one who comprehends, one who realizes, one who knows my divine birth, my divine avatarams, my divine manifestations, incarnations as Rama, Krishna, Varaha, Hayagriva, Hamsa, these avatarams. One who knows, realizes the exact nature of my avatarams and my actions, my leelas as they are, and the truth behind. If they know, they will never be reborn again, and they will attain me after leaving their bodies at the end of that birth. That is Avatara Rahasyam, the secret behind the Avataram. His Avataram is not like our birth. Our birth is because of our karma, because of our punya karma. We have numerous millions of births we take, right from the mosquito, insect, pig, cows, very many avatarams. We were even born as devas, or whatever the avatarams we had. We were born as trees, insects, many things. And every birth we accrue punya papa karma. We get dissolved, as well as we add so much of karma. There are heaps and sacks of karma. He takes a handful of karma and gives us for this birth, taking this birth. And we do so many papams, punyas in this birth as well, and add to some more karma. So because of which there is no way that we can get rid of this karma. No way. The only way to get rid of is to perform Sharanagati, is to understand his avataram. So here the sins are destroyed by you like the darkness by the sun. The moment sun comes, the darkness says, okay, now that you have come, can I sleep for 5 more minutes and then go? No way. The moment sun comes, the darkness has to vanish. Like the moon, you make the hearts of the yogis blossom like the lily flower. So here Akrurar coming to Krishna, Nandagopa's palace. Krishna enters and he looks at Akrurar. Akrurar looks at Krishna. Krishna smiles at Akrurar and goes inside the kitchen, of course, to have a handful of butter. So here Krishna does not show that he is the Lord, he is Sriman Narayana. He behaves like yet another boy in our house. And Akrurar is so overwhelmed with such saulabhya, shaushilyam, the easily accessible form of Krishna. And he prays to Nandagopa to let Krishna and Balarama come with him to Kamsa's palace, because his mama, maternal uncle, has requested him to come over for the Dhanuryagam. So now Nandagopa asked Yashoda, and Yashoda also had to say okay, because the message has come from the king Kamsa. Now the Gopikas, of course Krishna and Balarama had nothing else to say, because it is their secret mission to go there and finish off Kamsa. Now there is an opportunity. So the news has spread everywhere in Vrindavan. The Gopikas are all coming, the Gopas are all coming, assembling at the entrance of Nandagopa. They all saw the chariot in front of Nandagopa's palace. They all came to know the Brahmin, the Satvik, the sage who has come from Kamsa's palace. He is the one who is going to take our darling Krishna away from us. Because it's not like he is going now with a suitcase and he will be back after a couple of days. It's not so. Once he goes, he will have other things to do. He will take over, or we don't know when he will come. So they feel that they are going to lose Krishna hereafter. So Gopas, they all think that the Akrurar is not an Akrurar, he is a Krurar. The Kruram in Sanskrit means cruel. Cruel is Krurar. So his name is Akrurar, means opposite of cruel, but he is not opposite of cruel, he is very much cruel, because he is simply going to take my heart away, Gopikas thinks. He is going to take my darling away from me. He is going to snatch Krishna off us. He is the darling of the entire Vrindavan. For everyone, he is the apple of the eye. He has been loved by so much, by each and everyone, right from the cows and the calves, everyone. How can they let him go? So they are pleading Akrurar not to take him. Even though Nandagopa and Yashoda have principally agreed, even though they are also pain struck, they are also grieved that Krishna is going to leave. And he spent that night there. Then the next morning they were supposed to take off, and when he was about to start with all the lunch packet and the water and everything, so the Gopikas did not want to let the chariot go. They were in so much tears, and Krishna had to console them. He said, I would come back, do not worry. I would just go and come back. I understand. So, and he told Akrurar, just start. Ask your driver to start. So it must have been just like what Rama, Sita and Lakshmana, the way when they went to the forest, when they were banished by Dasharatha and Kaikeyi to go to the forest for 14 years, the entire Ayodhya followed the chariot. When the Sumatra drove the three of them, Rama, Sita and Lakshmana, they were running behind. They could not simply bear to see them go. That is why Nammalvar mentions Karpar Ramabirane Allal Matrum Karparo. Why would anyone learn anything but Rama? All other education is waste. And Purpa Mudala Pullerumbadi Wondrindriye Narpalu Kuitanan Nanmuganar Petranatule. Purpa Mudala Wondrindriye. Even the grass, the beings, the insects, the people, the residents, the animals, everybody was taken to the Vishnu Loka after Rama finished his avatara mission. They were all taken to the Vishnu Loka because they were in so much love after Rama. They did not want to live without Rama. They had nothing else but to enjoy Rama and be with Rama. They did not want to survive without Rama. So that was the love, the bhakti they had. Parama Bhakti. Parabhakti, Parajnana, Paramabhakti. They had intense desire, bhakti for Rama, without which they would simply perish. That's the love, bhakti, which Andal had, which Mirabai had, which very many Alvars, saints, sages, rishis, they all have. Unless we have that, we would not have the beatific vision of the Lord. And once we have that, we would think that anything else is a waste, is lowly. Until then, all these lowly things would become heavenly. At least we should fake that these are lowly and that is heavenly, that is divinely. Krishna, his beauty, his katha, his gunas, his whatever, his stories. And that's what we should fake it at least. Then once we keep doing it, it would become automatically in us. It's not that just because I'm speaking, I have that. No, I'm one among each one of you. So, Akrurar has begun to start his journey. And then on the way, Akrurar wanted to perform Sandhya Vandana, because that's the time for doing Sandhya Vandana. And being a orthodox conservative Brahmin, which we all supposed to do the Trikala Sandhya Vandanam, he wanted to, because he saw the Nadi, so he wanted to do. He stopped the chariot and he requested Krishna and Balarama, give me a minute, I will go finish my Sandhya Vandanam and come. So when he went, tried to take bath and then come to the shore and then do the Trikala Sandhya, to do the Sandhya Vandanam, when he was about to enter, Krishna wanted to give him the vision. Krishna decided, he took a sankalpa that he wanted to bless him with the darshan, because he has been longing to see Krishna. He has been longing so much so that he simply could not bear to live without seeing him. He was simply contemplating on the way how he would be, whether he will bless me, whether he would look at me, whether he would honor me, whether he would recognize me. All that he had is doubt. Now he has been enjoying Krishna so much so that here when he was entering into the river, on the river bed, on the river surface, he saw the Adisheshan, the Adisheshan, the snake, huge snake, on which Sriman Narayana with Mahalakshmi was reclining. Such a beautiful face, such a beautiful vision. Krishna made him see that. Kshirabdi Nathan, Kshira Sagara Taranga Shekara, Chara Tarakita Charu Murtaye, Bogi Boga Shayaniya Shayane, Madhavaya Madhuvid Vishenamaha. Kulasekara Alvar mentions in Mukundamala, in the Kshira Sagaram, in the Milky Ocean, the blue-hued divine Lord is reclining on the white-bodied Adisheshan, huge Adisheshan, the white ocean, white Adisheshan, on which the dark blue-hued Tirumeni, the Divyamangala Vigraham, the divine body of Sriman Narayana, with the Kiritam, with the red lotus-like eyes, the hands, the feet, and Lakshmi, the golden hued Lakshmi, Hiranyavarnam Harini, gently squeezing his legs. And this vision, with the waves of the Milky Ocean sprinkled on the blue hued ocean like the star in the sky, that vision was beautifully enjoyed by Akrurar. What else? And he turned. He could not believe his eyes. So he turned to see in the chariot, and Krishna and Balarama were busy chatting. And he turned again to see the river. It was not there. The Milky Ocean disappeared. Akrurar was so overwhelmed with emotion that it was Krishna who blessed him with that beatific vision of the Kshirabdi Nathan. He simply prostrated at Krishna. After finishing the Sandhya Vandanam, he came back to the chariot and they started their journey towards the Kamsa's palace. We will have the Kamsa Vadam next week. Kavitarkika Simhaya Kalyana Gunashaline Srimate Venkateshaya Vedanta Gurave Namaha. Dhanyosmi Adiya. Bhagyam Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanamastu.